Oh, here we are looking up through the floor, and you can see I've been coming along. Got some holes ready for plug welds or rosette welds, whatever you want to call them. It's a little shitty looking up in here, but for now I'm going to leave that. I'm not usually a fan of leaving stuff, but that's kind of a tricky spot to form, so I'm not going to screw with that unless I have to, which I'm pretty sure I will. But like the deeper I go, the deeper it gets. Because I thought this rocker pan, outer rocker was in reasonably good shape, but at least the bottom, about 2/3 of this thing is going to have to be replaced. I'm not going to do this whole damn thing because that is just beyond me with all those bends and stuff in there. Let's see here. This little guy here. This took me a few hours to get this just right. I did this yesterday. This goes in between the outer and inner rocker panels, right there, and that'll keep mud and other debris from filling up inside of this channel here and causing it to rot like it did. Because this thing was just full of crap. Tell you what, if you ever want to find some bad spots in your metal, get one of these, little tiny sucker, and they'll find it in a hurry. Just, my God, keep it away from your clothes, because that thing will tear you a new asshole. Let's see, what else do I have? I have an inner rocker. If you give me a minute here, set the camera down. Alright. That is my new inner rocker panel. And I cut that out of the hood off the old body, and that's a pretty nice fit. Give me a minute here to work this into place. What's that piece giving me a hard time? Alright. Yeah, you can see it's a little crude, but it'll certainly do the job. And well, with the other Scout, I didn't even really do too much of this detail work. I just sort of slapped it together, and well, it didn't last very long. I had it on the road, but not for too awful long before it just started rotting apart again. So I want to take my time and do this one as good as I can. I used the plasma cutter to cut this out, but I really should have been using my pneumatic shears, because I mean I just get a whole lot of dross and slag, and I can't really keep a good straight line. If I'd have clamped down a piece of angle iron or something, I could have, but with those shears you get a nice clean cut, and it's easier to hold a straight line with them. You just put down a mark and follow it, just like a circular saw or whatever else you know, I'm sure you probably know what I mean. So that comes out now. We're done with that for now. And back here, it's not really rotted through, but it is rotted very thin, and right here it's rotted through, so I believe I'm gonna, let's see, I'll probably just patch right across here, because I mean this would be a fairly easy piece to make with just that one bend. I mean I don't have a break, but I can do some stuff on the vise, but it's a lot easier. I mean, right down here is still pretty good, so I'll just take one little strip and go right across there, tack that in. And for the outside rocker, this rocker used to come out and then to the edge, and it was bent up in, and this quarter panel and the rocker were spot welded together on the inside. For the new one, it's just going to be flat. There's not going to be any bend. And when I replace this piece of the quarter panel here, that'll lap over a little bit, or maybe the rocker will lap over the quarter panel a little bit, and I'll do a couple plug welds. And that ought to take care of that. I'm going to try to simplify that rear part a little bit so it makes it a little easier for somebody like me with not the proper tools and experience to fix it. So that's what I'm doing. And this is nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, for where this body came from and for as old as it is, it's in pretty good shape. I'm not shocked by any of this. It's kind of a disappointment when you think you're ready to start sticking stuff together and you find yet more cancer, but it just goes with the territory on these things. They didn't really have much for very good rust protection on them or something. And under here, of course, well, that weather seal's still stuck on there pretty good. Pieces of metal coming off with it. So I do have to do some work on here. Like, this is going to be a while. This is not going to be a overnight project. Now you can see all along in here, this is done for. I'll have to do a little work. I imagine that'll get done once I have this body on the other chassis, and I don't have to, you know, then I can tear the fenders off and get in there behind everything and clean it out and find out, because that's probably not the end of it. There's probably more underneath. Let's see. Well, like I said, a little bit of work on the floors. I'm not surprised by any of this though, and I don't have to rush it. I have plenty of time to get this done, and if I do start running low on time, you know, I can go into high gear and just slap the rest of it together good enough for now. But I at least want to get this stuff underneath as good as I possibly can, and well, hopefully then it'll last a good long time. I want to get some POR 15 epoxy based stuff and go over the underside with that after I clean it off really good, and then probably rhino liner underneath instead of conventional undercoating, because that stuff seems to really hold up good, or well, or whatever you want to talk about. But yeah, that's it for now, I guess. Take it easy, and thanks for watching, and wish me luck.